In the bloody chaos of the Red Wedding, her voice was the last to scream and the first to be silenced. Catelyn Stark, Lady of Winterfell, a mother of 5, a woman of honor, died with her son's name on her lips. Her throat sliced open, her body tossed naked into the Green Fork, forgotten by those who had once feasted beside her. But in Westeros, death is not always the end. 3 days passed, her body drifted in silence, bloated, pale, eyes lifeless. But then, something extraordinary happened. From the deep woods, a creature emerged. Not a man, not a soldier, a wolf. It was Nymeria, Arya Stark's direwolf, long gone from the show, but never from the books. Nymeria, now leader of a massive wolf pack, had been drawn to the river's edge by something lost, something Stark. She pulled Catelyn's body from the water, dragged it to the shore. But before anything more could happen, the Brotherhood Without Banners arrived. Nymeria fled into the trees, and the Brotherhood approached the corpse. There lay the woman once known as Catelyn Stark, bloated, blue, and silent. Beric Dondarrion was there, the Lightning Lord, a man who had died and risen, again and again, through the flames of Arlor, the Lord of Light. And in that moment, he made a final sacrifice. He gave her the last kiss, not of love, but of fire. He pressed his lips to hers, and the flame of life passed from him to her. And Beric Dondarrion died, for good. And she opened her eyes. She did not scream, she did not weep, she rose. But the woman they once knew was gone. Her throat gaped open, a torn ruin. Her voice, barely a whisper, cracked and dry. Her face bore deep scratches, wounds she had given herself, clawing at her own skin in madness after watching Robb die. This was not Catelyn Stark. This was Lady Stoneheart. Cold, merciless, vengeful. She became the new leader of the Brotherhood Without Banners, but their mission changed. Where once they served the innocent, now they served only vengeance. They roamed the Riverlands like ghosts, hunting down Frys, Lannisters, and Boltons. Anyone associated with the Red Wedding, anyone who had betrayed House Stark. She gave no mercy, no second chances. She hanged them, strung them up like rotted fruit, left them swaying from branches with their eyes wide in terror. Even Brienne of Tarth, who once served her faithfully, was not spared. Stoneheart ordered her captured, and gave her an impossible choice: bring her Jaime Lannister, or die. And that's the chilling truth. This was not justice. This was wrath. She barely speaks, but when she does, the sound is haunting. A dry whisper like bone against stone. Hang them all. Lady Stoneheart is not just a horror story in the books. She is a symbol, a warning, of what happens when grief turns to hatred, when love dies, and something colder takes its place. The show cut her. HBO's Game of Thrones chose to leave her story behind, but in the books, she lives, and the way she returns is darker, deeper, and more disturbing than anything the show ever dared reveal. Nymeria's role makes it even more haunting, because in A Storm of Swords, Arya has warged into Nymeria, and through the wolf's eyes, she is the one who finds her mother's corpse. Arya sees Catelyn's body through Nymeria before it is dragged away. That was completely cut from the show. Think about that. A daughter unknowingly finding her mother dead in a river through the eyes of her direwolf, and the direwolf, loyal, feral, grieving, pulling the corpse to safety only to flee into the forest. That moment is haunting, quiet, and powerful, and it binds the two Starks, mother and daughter, through blood and something beyond both. Nymeria roams the wilds. Stoneheart roams the rivers, both lost, both hunting, both shaped by vengeance. Some fans believe their stories are connected, that they'll meet again, that Arya's return to Westeros will bring her face to face with her mother, or what's left of her. Could Lady Stoneheart save Arya? Could she sacrifice herself, as Beric once did for her? After all, Beric gave his life so she could rise. Could she do the same for her daughter? Or will Arya see her for what she's become, a monster, hollowed by hate, and be forced to put her to rest? That's what makes Lady Stoneheart's story so chilling. She's not just a zombie, she's not just a ghost. She's a mother, a broken one. Her arc may go deeper still in the winds of winter when it finally releases. There are threads to tie, vengeance to finish, and perhaps a soul to reclaim. But her presence is already a stark reminder. That resurrection comes at a cost. Beric lost pieces of himself with each return. Jon Snow, too, came back changed. But with Catelyn, the change was devastating. There's barely anything left of the woman she once was. Her warmth is gone, her faith in the Seven abandoned, her heart turned to stone. Even her name is gone. And still, she walks. The showrunners of Game of Thrones gave several reasons for cutting her. They feared having too many resurrections. They wanted to save the shock for Jon Snow. And they didn't want to bring back Michelle Fairley just to have her play a silent, mutilated revenant. And maybe those are fair reasons. But in doing so, they erased one of the darkest, most powerful ghosts in the series. Lady Stoneheart isn't just a return from the dead. She's what happens when a good woman dies in despair and rises with nothing but revenge. She is Catelyn Stark, without love. She is the cost of war. She is death wearing the face of a mother. And she still has work to do. If you want to read the true version of her story, not the one the show skipped, but the one George R.R. Martin wrote, you can find the link to the books in the description. Dive into A Storm of Swords and see her rise with your own eyes. Just don't expect her to be the woman you remember. Because Lady Stoneheart is not a memory. She is the reckoning.